Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna be trying to recreate a video because I haven't really created a video in a while. I've been kind of like just trying to kind of like just keep it as something that I'm no longer that I no longer remember all these different videos. I mean, all these different past videos and who I am now. It's completely different. I mean, I've completely changed and I've completely like changed in ways that I can't even like. I didn't even. I mean, who can prepare for big changes in the way that you approach the world and you experience the world? The last 3 years have just been crazy, and it's been the 3 year anniversary of the entire fucking thing. When I first started journaling, it's been 3 years and 3 days now. 3 days, yeah, 3 years and 3 days, and so that has completely changed everything. It's not like I wasn't making videos in 2023, but definitely from 2024 onwards, it was just and so I haven't really been doing anything beyond that. Yeah, beyond late September, or I mean late 2024, because the channel got deleted and all that, and then it came back many months later in 2025, and then from 2025 to today, nothing really much happened. I don't really know. Like, there's no like clarity. There's no like, yo, this is like what's gonna be. Like there's a summary and whatever the fuck. Like, what's moving me forward, right? We can talk about an update. We can talk about a summary. We can talk about what happened. We can talk about all of this stuff. Maybe what I did and list them down. But really, like it's really about like what's the next thing. What am I gonna do now? Like that's the thing, right? And I have not really had. I still don't know. Like, the only thing that I can do is kind of like do whatever I've been doing with my writing, which is just to kind of like just write. And in my case right now, it's just to talk, because honestly, it's not like I'm. It's not like I care too much about recording myself playing Minecraft or Roblox or League of Legends again or whatever the fuck. I feel like I've just kind of like moved on and moved past that. It's not like I don't play League of Legends or I don't listen to Minecraft music sometimes. I don't know, or play Roblox. Like, I still kind of like play Roblox, quote unquote. It's not really playing, more like just kind of, yeah, it's not really playing. It's not really playing. It's more like just vibing, if that makes sense. Not vibing socially, just vibing. Some games are not really games, and they're more like hangout, not social hangouts, but like hangout in a beautiful like map or whatever, and you're just walking and there's nothing happening, and there's no objective or whatever, or there's no goals, there's no challenges. It's just hanging out in this really beautiful map, and that's it. So yeah, a lot of things have changed. I don't really like, it's hard to say, like a lot of things have changed, but like, I mean, what changed? Like, for a lot of people, they don't really know what changed, but a lot of things changed for me. Like, I know that because I uploaded every single fucking video, and so I know exactly how it went and how I explored, experimented with so many different things, and like, quote unquote video essays or whatever, or reviews of manga, or like, all of it was genuine. All of it was me. All of it was just me being there and try to make sense of whatever the hell, and just see how it goes. Like, and I've experimented, I've explored, I've really exposed myself to all kinds of different stuff. In terms of like, as a creator, as a YouTube content creator, whatever you call it, channel. I've done that, and I haven't really like reached a point where I'm like, okay, let's just make videos because I already have a new video that matches like my current interests, or the fact that I'm now writing and journaling and doing all this stuff, and I'm really writing compared to um years ago, to before the last 3 years. The last 3 years have just been me writing and writing and writing, and thousands, like 4,300 words every day. So on average, so you can imagine that, like, I've been writing. I don't really know how that extends to videos. I don't really know like what that's gonna do. What am I gonna do with all of that? Like, you would think that like it's so easy because you already have lots of like content, you have lots of raw accumulated whatever, and you have all these ideas that you've explored in your writing or whatever, and it's going to be like easy translatable. You can just talk about it. Well, I guess talking is just that kind of thing where it's like, it's not like I don't know how to talk. It's not like I don't know how to express myself, or the way that I am, my personality or whatever. That's not that hard to do. It's just the writing has just been its own thing, its own whole process, its own whole medium. um talking has kind of like gone, like writing and talking have become very, very different things. Writing is solidified as this very, very specific thing. And I'm not gonna pretend that I can like do the same thing that I do with writing. I can't do the same thing here in the videos with talking, what I do with writing, or what I'm doing now after like the last 3 years, all that time, all that immersion, all that whatever, like going back and forth, feedback loops or whatever. Just I don't know what I'm gonna be making. I don't know what I'm gonna be saying. I don't know what I'm going to be. And it feels like the only thing that I can really do is just talk, because talking is the closest thing to writing right now. You know? And it's like, okay, then like just like, why not just make video essays? Why not just make maybe like a gameplay video while you're talking or whatever? Like I don't like it's not just writing. It's not writing into talking and then talking into video essays and Minecraft stuff. It's literally just writing as text. Video essays are a combination of like, different like videos and images and a lot of that stuff, and it'll show quotes or whatever. But writing is a very textual thing, right? The fact that I've been just like reading books and writing and reading books and writing, that's a very textual thing. That's not like, it's not like writing to talking to video essays. It's more like writing is just text and there's no video. It's like I've grown to, just kind of like work in text itself and not like in video, not in like video editing, not like in working with images or whatever. Like I have like a personal website, and while there are images, they're not images in the way of like illustrative. They're more like photos, real life photos, book cover photos. It's very like, it's not like illustrative, it's more like functional, it's more like evidence. um I mean, it is illustrative, but it's not illustrative the way that you would create a video essay and then have all these images and have all these whatever references, stuff like that, that you the way you would in a video essay. Now that references themselves in text are like, because I do reference a lot in my writing. It's just not the same way as with video essays or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I can look through all of the videos. I can genuinely go through all of them, and I can generally say, yeah, there's a lot of things, like I should be able to work with something. I should be able to say something. I should be able to end up somewhere. Like if I've already experimented that much, but really, and I've already written that much, so it's, and I've even talked about this so much, this topic of like the YouTube channel and trying to start again and trying to like find something that really works, and it's not, I don't think there's really anything that much really. I think the only thing that I can do is quite literally just talk. And I know talking is not really like, like there are videos where there are people talking, but it's usually in a very specific context, like maybe like somebody talking softly or whatever. Maybe it's like ASMR, or somebody talking softly while playing Minecraft, or maybe talking about like a specific thing, the information really. But like a lot of my writing is very personal. It's not like I'm talking about esports, like a reporter or correspondence or whatever. I don't know. It's not really that kind of thing. It's kind of like a lot of it is very personal, and then it's not really that kind of thing. It's not really that crazy. It's not really that crazy. It's a lot of it is very personal, and so talking is probably the closest way to kind of like connect writing, which is kind of like where I am right now, and kind of like YouTube, the YouTube itself, right? YouTube channel, YouTube creation, content creation, right? Talking is like the closest thing to connect the two together, where it's like I can talk, I can write, I can try to see like, like the addition is that you can see my face, which you don't see in writing, which creates its own like interesting, like, like, oh my goodness, you can see the person, the way they look like, and the way they speak, and the way they, their tone and voice and all that. And that is a very, very, very big way to just kind of like, really see how ideas are and how they land and how they kind of like come through when I'm the one who's speaking it. I'm the one who's speaking it. I mean, it's not like I'm not the one who's writing things that I'm writing, but having my full body and full face and full everything and my voice and all that, it's like it's a whole different experience, you know. And again, it's not like I'm gonna be reading out what I'm writing. I'm just gonna be talking the way that I do. It's just my writing is not just a bunch of fucking words. It's like, it is how I now kind of like, you will see it, it captures the way that I process and it like think, even if the processing will be very, very different, like you can see that with text, you can kind of like compress a lot of stuff. But with talking, it's a lot of tone, a lot of, like maybe like facial expressions, like specific stuff, micro expression or whatever. Like there's a lot of things that you kind of have to make explicit in writing, but you can't, but because you can't like rely on other ways to kind of like indicate precision, which you could probably do with like tone. I mean, precision is in like, capturing something, the essence of something, and facial expressions and tone can definitely help a lot with like capturing what you mean by when you use a word, right? Because like it's not like the writing is like this super crazy madness. I mean, this is super crazy madness, but it's like it's not like I'm like stipulating in a way that's like super robotic or alien, but like maybe it is alien, maybe it is robotic, maybe kind of like is kind of like to the point that it's like strange. But like I think that's just writing, or at least the way that I approach writing, or at least the way that I came to writing or evolved through writing, and that's what writing is to me. But yeah, returning to this idea of like talking and all that, like I think this is literally the best thing that I can do. I can only, and there will be a lot of meta. I'll be talking about videos probably as I write, as I record videos, as I talk in the videos themselves. I'll be talking about the videos themselves the same way I was with writing, where I would not just write down about a lot of stuff, but I would also write about writing itself and like how to make sense of it, how to kind of like convey stuff or whatever, and things that I'm like, and find the terms for something or whatever. Like I don't know how it's gonna go, but I hope that at the very least this is like a start to something that's at least workable, scalable, or whatever the term that one might use, like its own like quote unquote asset or skill asset or whatever. It's just something that I could just let happen and let play out as this thing that doesn't feel like it's directionless, but feels like it actually is slowly accumulating and slowly growing, even if it's not like consolidating into anything that's like truly definitive or like big or that kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess that's what it is. So goodbye, everybody. I don't know much about much, but what I do know is that I don't know enough that I should probably at the very least publish this video just to see how it lands on me and whatever the next videos are going to be, if there are going to be any, because honestly, I know the feeling of just wondering when the next videos will be. Myself, when will it come out? When will I do it? I don't know. I'm just taking my time and then watching it play out. If it doesn't really hit me, if there's some, if I like, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to see. So yeah, that's all. That's like the fundamental or essence of like what's really getting me with, like that's definitely something that I have to start with. Just talk about the thing itself before I can probably start really, talk about other things about it itself, and then hopefully, I mean, it's not like a hopefully, it's more like, eventually I will get to talking about everything else as well, besides just the meta level of like, where you think about writing. In this case, you think about the channel, or you think about recording, or you think about what content or video you're gonna make or whatever. Like there's gonna be a lot of that, but there's also gonna be, if it really pans out the way I don't know, is it hope? The way one hopes. I don't know if it's hope. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to feel about it. I'm just gonna have to see. I mean, there is hope. It's just I wouldn't really like make it like a load bearing part of all of this, of all of what I'm saying. It's just eh, I'm trying. So it goes.